out now to our featured golfer here at number 1. Stepping up to the first tee, sight set on posting another low number here in round 2. Up with the big boys now, Frank.
Well, we saw that previous tee shot go 310. This one's further.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Putting on a show, this tournament moves to 15 under par. Second hole's just 371 yards. Frank, are players licking their chops thinking they need to make a 3 here?
Yeah, if you can just accept the fact that you're going to have a longer second shot than you'd think for a hole of 370 yards, then that's the first way to overcome this. Just put yourself a short iron in your hand. Do the attacking with the second shot. That's an absolute beauty.
Second shot now at the second hole. Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
How about this? Birdies at 1 and 2. We could be in for something pretty special today. Now to the third hole, a par 4, 471 yards. Frank, break this hole down for us.
All the trouble appears down that left side with the series of bunkers, but you've got to take into account the trees that are well positioned down the right side. Plus, as you can see, this fairway is not exactly flat.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Oh, dude, that in the hole. Tremendous shot. Frank, here's a case at the fourth hole, this par 3, of Pete Dye kind of messing with a player's mind. Just how does he do it?
Well, there's a straight line between that tee and the flag. That's the obvious thing. But if you follow the look of the hole down there, it's just the shaping of the bunkers, the little curving of the edges there that just take that mind's eye away, almost making it look like there's a little bit of a dog leg in a straight hole. Very clever.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Just blasted that tee ball, Frank. Frankie could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. And, Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. Settles in over the putt. So the eagle goes begging. He still has this for birdie. Birdie try again here today. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Well, the architect Pete Dye is known for visual intimidation. We see it at TPC Sawgrass at the Players every year. And you see it right here, Frank, at this 255-yard par 3/6 with water everywhere you look.
Yeah, you could make an argument here that it suits a little bit of a cut, like a Lee Trevino-style fade that starts at the left and moves its way to the green, but then that's also moving back towards the water. Conversely, if you try and fly it over that water on the right side with a little bit of a draw, then the green starts to run out on the left side. Have I made it sound hard?
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, if you want to play this game at the highest level, and no doubt our players do, you have to sort of be tactical. When you break down shots or break down a hole, how would you break down this hole in a very smart way?
Yeah, I know what you're getting at there. A lot of people would think 350 yards, you could bash a driver down there, you'd finish up in trouble. Well, the way to be aggressive on a strategic hole is to just put the first one in play in a position where you can attack with the second. And there's no shame in that. You can still walk off here more days than often than not with a 3.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. Standing over his birdie putt. Great shot. Get the birdie. Now we're at the 8th hole here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. 559-yard par 5. Frank, what are the options here?
A good tee shot, you can certainly reach this par 5 and 2. There's a crosswalk that comes across in that vicinity of 330 yards. That's sort of the green light area if you can get it down there. Anything short of that, it becomes very much a 3-shotter. But if you can get it close to that crosswalk that goes there, then certainly this becomes opportunity knocks.
Oh, it looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. And drops it in. Frank, the 9th hole at 452 yards with that water down the right is really a test of a player's driving ability, isn't it?
It is, and his ability to sort of take the shot on. Ideally, just something with a little bit of a fade, unless you can carry the ball 300 yards. Then you can get it just past that bunker. But when you look at this hole, notice how that fairway just starts to open up. So Pete Dye will reward an aggressive tee shot, but also he'll punish it if it's wayward.
So in the first cut here, it could be worse. Continuing his fine play, another beautiful approach shot. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts. Well, that was a tricky one, but it's in.
Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Good-looking shot right here. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Well, Frank, how about this hole? Par 5 11th at 617 yards.
The goal here is to take all those bunkers down that left side completely out of play. If you hit it far enough down there, you can get close to this green. But if you do stray a little bit, all of a sudden, well, it's called eternity. You're going to find that this hole will play very long.
We knew it right away. Picked up the tee, didn't even look at it. We can see it. It's perfect. Right down the middle of the fairway. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Wow, that is a perfectly played hole. That's an eagle. Right now, another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
A couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where that nose of the bunker starts to poke out on the right side of the fairway. Then you're going to be left with something in the sort of 140, 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, you start to sneak it up there where it gets narrow. It's shorter, but it requires a better shot.
They'll be happy with that in the fairway. And now a good chance to attack this hole. On the green in regulation. Has it. Frank, this is no easy shot here at the par 3 13th.
Yeah, 13th hole. I mean, it's so appropriate, the number of the hole for this this design by Pete Dye. Wooden bulkheads, I mean, they give you sort of that harsh look. And this is just an absolute scorecard wrecker. You get a little cavalier here, you just rack up a number. There's nothing wrong with just hitting it to the right side of this green, just taking it through.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Wow, what a putt. That is huge. Frank, what's the best way to make 3 here at this 389-yard par 4 14th?
I'm not sure, really. I know there's 2 definitive options, you know, hitting it down the left or carrying over the bunker. And I think that's another example of Pete Dye. There's one of those holes you never really know if you've made the right play until you finish the hole. Great drive.
Came right out of the middle of the bat. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Well, Frank, we are turning home. It says so on the scorecard here at 15.
It is, and once again, another example of great bunkering by Pete Dye. Bunkers on a lot of golf courses are just simply left and right, but what Pete Dye does, he lets them cut in, especially that one down the left side of the fairway. It cuts in, so it has to be avoided, and it's going to be about 280 yards to take it completely out of play. That's probably the best line, is to get it just past that last bunker on the left side.
Yeah, about 145 yards left here.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here. Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
He has this attempt for par. Par here's fine, isn't it, Frank? Frank, this could be an exciting and pivotal point in the round, the par 5 16th.
Especially if the player decides to have a go here. If you're going to take it on a direct line, then you've got to carry all of that bunker complex. But then the other thing to realise, what's the worst thing that can happen? Just in the bunker, right? It's worth a go. Either that, hit it down the right side. There's no way you're going to reach this par 5 and 2.
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on. This has no chance of finding the fairway. This is turning left.
Well, too bad. He'll have to play from the bunker. Frank, there's nothing like catching a bunker shot just perfectly. Splashes out, lands softly, and just runs up to that hole.
Yeah, it's like 3D. There's the component in the strike where it's going to land, and then the third part of it is how much will it roll.
See if you can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. So a tester from 4 feet. Frank, that is nothing more than a punch to the gut.
Oh, it's cruel, Rich. Good putt and deserves so much more. Another shot at it, though.
I mean, takes the wind right out of your sails. In for par. Well, we've arrived at Alcatraz, the signature hole here at PGA West. Well, this one should be safely on deck here.
And it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Wouldn't call it a great approach shot, but it still ends up in the fringe.
Yeah, a little bit of magic from here. The hole's not over.
Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter. One great hole after another here at PGA West. The finishing hole, no exception. Frank, what can we expect here?
Great finishing hole. It's amazing. If you took the 3 bunkers we're first going to see down the right side, this would almost be a nothing hole. But because they're perfectly situated here, they really shrink up that driving area down the left side. And this is just a reward for a great swing, a great strike, a great shot.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Rich, I once asked Tom Weiskopf, I was really young, I said, who's the greatest putter you've ever seen? And I thought the answer was going to be Ben Crenshaw, Billy Casper, even my fellow countryman Bob Charles. And he sort of shook it off, and he said, that's the easiest questions anyone's ever asked me. It's Jack Nicklaus. And I'm like, Jack Nicklaus was great player, you know, hit the ball far and high and all that. And I said, well, why would you say he's a great putter? He said, well, you know, when you hit a shot to 30 feet on just about every hole and you never look at a makeable putt, but the first one you get, the first 10-footer, you just bury it straight in the middle of the hole. He said, that's a great putter. He said, when you watch Nicklaus's career over the years, time and time again, he wouldn't have a makeable putt. Take 2 putts, take 2 putts. But when he had one, the first one he looked at, he knocked it in. And he said, that is what a great putter does.
He made them